Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to our Legal Matters, Kanuni Mashware. We're here to be talking about legal issues, and it's going to be an interactive program. जहाँ आप हमें contact करेंगे regarding legal matters or any legal issues regarding immigration, representation, or anything to do with general law. As usual, हमारी team यहाँ will be joining me, Syed Mansoor Saab. He's a consultant and he's an expert in immigration. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, he's got very vast knowledge and experience in this field. And along with him will be joining me will also be Raj Chopra Saab. He's a solicitor, advocate, and he does everything. Jo barrister काम करते हैं, ये सारा वो काम करते हैं. So if you feel that you need somebody with a bit more knowledge, a bit more expertise, कोई आप चाहते हैं special बंदा हो जो काम आपको वो काम करे जो barrister करे, हमारे पास वो बंदा है, वो राज चोपड़ा साहब है. So again, welcome Nazreen. This is where you're going to hear the news and views. So ये चीज़ें we bring it to you from Hidayat TV to the public. It's an interactive program. So feel free. हमारा contact number आएगा. Please call us. Email address आएगा. You'll be able to contact us. And we'll be more than happy to take your calls. आपसे बस ये रिक्वेस्ट ये होगी तो आप कोशिश ये करें अपना क्वेश्चन मुत्तसर रखें, क्लियर बात करें और टीवी की आवाज़ कम रखें. और लास्ट वीक हमारे पास बहुत सारी कॉल्स आई थी जिनको अब नहीं ले सके, प्रोग्राम शॉर्ट था, वी रन आउट टाइम, उसकी माजरत करते. इंशाल्लाह ताला आज आप हमें कांटेक्ट करें, वी बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू टेक योर कॉल्स. सो वेलकम शाहिद मंसूर साहब.
थैंक यू.
एंड राज चोपड़ा साहब.
थैंक यू.
Okay, शुरू करते हैं. Obviously time is always one of the areas we get beaten by. So Raj साहब, obviously you do the criminal side of the work, or आपका माशाल्लाह से काफ़ी experience, and you've been very much in the forefront of doing a number of criminal matters, road traffic, and issues relating to other crime areas, serious crime as well.
Yes.
तो पहले तो मैं आपसे ये कहूँगा, तो ये पहले बताएं, ये जो होता है road traffic में जो बंदा speed में पकड़ा जाता है, he gets a points and his license उनका खतरा है possibly being disqualified. How are we going to help him, and what can he do?
Excuse me. Well, if a person who has been driving more than 2 years and if he gets 12 or more points, then obviously the law, the court will disqualify him for 6 months. But there is always a possibility that we can avoid him getting the ban. There's a thing called exceptional hardship, where a third party must be affected if he was or that person, he or she is unable to drive. So that way the ban can be
avoided. ठीक है. So very good. I think नाज़रीन आपको ये पता चला होगा अगर आप उस situation में जहाँ पे आपके points हैं, so 6 point, then you need to pick the phone up and give us the details. Raj is here. He's a solicitor advocate. ये वो काम करते हैं जो barristers करते हैं. तो आपको एक competent बंदा चाहिए जो आपके केस को take up करे, वहाँ जाके कोर्ट में represent करे and get you off from the magistrates from the minimum. So Raj, I'm going to ask you dangerous driving.
Yes.
ये भी एक issue है, a major problem with dangerous driving, and the police can view that in any shape or form. That could be. आप थोड़ा सा बताएं, explain करें rather than me.
Dangerous driving is where your standard of driving has fallen below the competent, reasonable driver, where public is at risk. So in nutshell, for general public to understand, dangerous driving is that. And then obviously if you
so they feel that अगर आप एक standard or level जो maintain that is classed as dangerous driving, obviously.
That's right. Yeah.
You put a risk to the people.
That's right. And then obviously if there is any defense why he was driving fast or weaving around the lanes, was there any emergency, there's always a defense. However, even a person who's guilty of the offense, we can mitigate and make sure that any sentences imposed is the minimum.
So what about this आजकल उन्होंने motorways पे ये लेके आए that if you jump in lanes, what you just mentioned, you're doing hogging on the lanes.
Yeah.
And the police can now give you just points on that one. They can stop you.
The police can give you a fixed penalty there and then, rather than prosecuting a person to go to court, etc. Yeah, it depends what sort of offence you have committed on the motorway. It is now a recent thing. Only came a few weeks ago. So I will only tell the viewers that be careful, stay and drive competently and in the right lane, and make sure that the public is not at risk.
ठीक है. What about then? Say for example, जैसे अभी हमने ये driving के offences की बात कर रहे हैं. Where somebody's driving, we mentioned last week, driving without insurance is obviously it's a serious offence.
Yeah, driving without insurance is an absolute offence, meaning whether you have the insurance or you don't have it.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an insurance, and then the court will impose 6 to 8 points on your license. And if you have any previous points on your license, obviously you could face a ban of minimum 6 months if they're more than 12.
Okay. Dear Rai Sahab, aapke paas abhi aayenge. Obviously we've got a couple of other areas to be talking about.
Sure.
Shuru kar de Shahid Sahab se regarding immigration, because हमारे views जो होते हैं वो complain कर रहे होते हैं that we need to discuss some of these issues. हमने ये mention करा, we bring the news to the viewers. These new rules जो अभी changes आ रही हैं, शायद सब थोड़ा सा उसे explain करें. Couple of the new rules.
Yeah, I mean there are quite numerous changes coming into force in the next few days. 28th of October is the date when the new rules will come into force. The two which a majority of people probably heard about are the changes in the Life in UK test and the English language requirement. The Life in UK test has become more extensive and more in-depth. The level of English language expected or required now is even at a higher level. So these are the two main changes.
Shahid, obviously people will be been hit by this call your day and knowledge. Thoras explain what the views need to be aware of.
Yeah, I mean call is just like a general abbreviation which stands for knowledge of life and language in UK. That's what it stands for, but it's pretty much the same thing which we've talked about in previous programs and today as well.
And we mentioned about the bond scheme as well, which is possibly for the visitors.
Yeah, the two changes which came, you know, stage by stage. I mean, first thing was the right of appeal was taken away from the people applying for visitor visas.
Yeah. I'll talk to you about that.
After that, what's happened is that the government has, they're going to be doing a pilot scheme. So it's not like being rolled out everywhere. They're just doing a pilot scheme at the moment in certain areas, but obviously the people who would be targeted would be from ethnic minority because they are deemed to pose a higher risk.
Okay.
So people from Africa, people from the subcontinent are specifically chosen to for this trial. Yeah.
Shahid Sahab, हमारी discussion चलेगी about whether these rules seem to be a bit one-sided, a bit unfair, disproportionate. You आपसे बात करेंगे. Raj, coming back to you. Again, we're talking about these driving, and what about the people who Christmas ka time aa raha hai, they're might be probably somebody might have drank. We're crossing all communities here. People do drink, and so what's the पहले ये बताएं, what's the limit before you get banned? I then ask you the next question about what you can do.
Yeah. The minimum legal limit is 35. That is 35 milligrams of alcohol in 100 milliliters of air. That's in the breath. That's the legal limit. But police sometimes does not prosecute if the limit is if somebody is breathalyzed and the reading is 38 or 40. But that is not across the board. It depends on which police force it is, but just take it 35 is the minimum.
First साहब अभी आते हैं आपके पास कॉल आने से शामिल करते हैं. Hello. वालेकुम सलाम. कौन कहाँ से? Can I have your name?
Yeah, I was calling from Essex.
Welcome to the program, Mr. Shafkat. Yes, can we have your question, please?
Yeah, basically I'm looking to call my wife over from Pakistan.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of rumours going on about within my family. Actually, they've spoken to a couple of lawyers, and they've apparently said that the older regimes come back where the incomes come down. You know, where it was on hold, and it's actually been passed now. And I was just wondering if that's concrete enough or not.
Has the income come down or not? Yeah. Okay then. Shafkat, whilst you're on the phone, are you working? Are you in employment?
Yeah, I'm full-time employment. Yeah.
So you're in full-time work. Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to call your spouse over? You're married, yeah? And you want to call your wife over? Okay.
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half.
No problem.
That, you know, I've been talking to friends and family, and they've apparently spoken to lawyers, and they said that where the case was on hold, it's actually been agreed by the court, and you know they passed it. Basically.
Okay.
And I was just wondering if that's concrete or not.
Okay. Just keep watching the program. We'll definitely answer your question within the program. Thank you for your call.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Welcome. Cheers. Bye. G. Rai Sahab.
Yes.
I think we were just talking about this. आप अभी explain कर रहे थे in the breast when the police do the breast slices,
Yeah.
the amount, the limitation जो होना चाहिए. So you said that
The legal limit is 35.
35. So obviously if it exceeds that, then you're going to be then banned automatically.
Well, it depends what the reading is. The ban will be on the sliding scale.
Would it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the minimum, excuse me, term of the court will impose a ban is 12 months plus onwards. It depends. Has this person got similar conviction within the 10 years? And then the ban will be 3 years plus.
ठीक है राइट साहब अभी आते हैं आपके पास because very important topic. कॉल आ रही है शामिल करते हैं. हेलो कौन कहाँ से? जी वालेकुम. आप जरा अपनी ऊंची आवाज से बात करेंगे so we can hear you.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Walaikum salam. And your name is sir?
My name is Asghar Abbas.
Okay.
I'm originally from Pakistan, but right now I'm here as a asylum seeker.
Okay.
मैंने asylum plus 3 dependent apply किया है. मेरा एक बेटा जो है वो at that moment he was 16, but now he is 18.
Okay.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि उसे इंडिविजुअल अपना केस सबमिट करना होगा या I mean is he under danger or no? That's
Okay.
my question.
ठीक है. Okay सफदर साहब थैंक यू फॉर योर कॉल. शुक्रिया आपका. इंशाल्लाह आपको जवाब मिलेगा प्रोग्राम के अंदर ही. Okay. Raj, coming back to you, अभी आप बहुत अच्छी तरह बता रहे थे. Not necessarily. I said to you that it might be you probably get a ban and probably go to jail, custodial sentence, and you said not necessarily. This is what I want the views. मैं इस वजह से पूछा because वो बताना चाह रहे हैं that you're the competent person who can help him.
Of course.
Yeah.
If anybody is in that situation, please get in touch with us. We can assist you, represent you at court, see whether you got any defense.
Right, Sab, I'm sorry to interrupt you because I'm breaking तरफ जा रहे हैं और plus अजान का time आ गया है. I've been told. तो इंशाल्लाह ताला अभी हम break के बाद आते हैं and इंशाल्लाह ताला resume back. So keep watching Hidayat, keep watching Legal Matters.